why would we spend so much time and so much energy and quite frankly so much money to travel the country and put together such a project like this? But really the answer was we ourselves wanted to know how to leverage the online medium to grow our dealerships and better our business. And what a better way to do that than to take some extra time and go visit those people that are the brightest and the most successful at doing just that, and actually recording the best practices, the strategies, the methodologies, and the technologies that they use to grow their business, and see what we can take back and bring to our dealerships. The main goal behind the documentary itself was first to sort of look into the history of the automotive industry, the history of the creation of the internet, and how the two converge. And then really what we wanted to do is we wanted to tackle the most common objections or misconceptions that the average dealer has to more fully committing to an online strategy. So we tackled issues like, does the internet bring lower gross margins? Are closing rates really low? Are we more or less profitable because of the internet? So the result of this whole journey was that we met with over 37 of the industry's foremost experts in automotive e-commerce, and we were able to document and study the best practices, the methodologies, and the technologies that they use to grow their business, and learn how we can leverage that same information or those same practices and bring them into our business. We've met with over 37 masters, and we sat through over 60 hours of interviews and captured it all on footage. With the footage, we've been able to create the main feature film, the Master Series Automotive E-Commerce, a series of supplemental and supporting documentaries about the hot topics facing dealerships today. In addition, we've been able to compile hours upon hours of polished media geared specifically towards employees, while the documentary and the special features are geared more towards the decision makers and sort of attack the issue from a bird's eye view. The web content is all geared towards how to take the employees at various levels and educate them with this information, sort of invigorate them with the passion to help you adjust and mold your business and grow and capture the opportunity that you have in front of you. How do I execute the best online internet strategy? And rather than prescribe a series of must-haves, we wanted to go out and understand a series of principles that could be employed at any dealership anywhere in the country. What I expected to find was a very defined, systematic process that was sort of the silver bullet to, a 20% internet closing rate. And while we definitely found a very defined process out there and commonalities between the top 100 dealerships in the country and consumer behavior, so in essence we found so much more. I was really shocked at the depth of marketing that you could do online and the creative ways to set up and structure your business to grow. And I really hadn't given much thought ahead of time to how the dealership structure could be such a handicapping issue if not employed properly within your organization. That's where we broke it up into a dealership's organizational structure. How do you set yourself up to seize the opportunity? A process. What are the common process points found in the high-performing stores throughout the country that align them with online consumer behavior? And how do you back that up with real hard statistical data, not just gut feeling? And lastly, a dealership's marketing approach. What are the particular levers or the marketing disciplines that I can employ to connect myself with consumers online? In essence, that's what the documentary covers, these three pillars to online success: dealership structure, process, and marketing. How did we actually choose the topics that we defined in the documentary? Naturally, the overall umbrella topic that we looked at was automotive e-commerce, and how has the internet affected the industry, and how are the most successful dealers harnessing the internet for growth? So everything falls under the internet category, but within there, it was very, very simple. The question is, what are the greatest opportunities that dealers have today to grow their business through the internet? Those became the defining sort of special features or supplementary documentaries that we did, such as search, third-party leads, site optimization, leadership versus management, connecting with your owner base, and so forth. We sought an education from some very, very smart people in the industry, such as the chief economist of the NADA, a professor from UC Berkeley, and of course we went to data sources such as R.L. Polk and Company to get some good hands-on, very legitimate and statistical data to be able to study. Cobalt provided us with a study that they did in conjunction with Polk, of over 1.1 million internet leads, and we were able to analyze that information in conjunction. So in essence, back on the research tables, we took a 10-year timeline and sort of looked at the growth of the internet as it came about, and we overlapped it with 10 years of financial statement data that was provided to us by the NADA and Auto Exec magazine, and we were able to compare and contrast trends in this economic analysis to the growth of the internet, and we were able to either associate or disassociate these dealership financial trends with the growth of the internet, provided for a very interesting study. We really wanted to get down and really focus on some niche opportunities that dealers have with these special features and really get into sort of some upper level business decisions, but really be able to help educate ourselves on the strategic decisions that we as dealers have to make to employ these strategies, such as what are search engines and how can they help me grow my business? How do I maximize the value of third-party leads? How do I tweak and optimize my website so that it can yield the highest conversion rate and yield the best ROI? We looked at leadership and management. Are they the same thing? Are there different skill sets that a manager must have today that are different from maybe what managers had 10 years ago for dealerships to harness and capture the opportunity? So in essence, the feature was sort of a bird's eye view, but really the meat and potatoes of the education is found in the special features. And those are available in disc 2 and 3 of the 3-disc set. On our website, we have a host of things. We offer our print media, which is the books, the DVDs, the CDs, those types of items. We also have a subscription service where dealerships can actually subscribe to, for example, the automotive e-commerce track, which gives them access to all of the e-commerce productions that we have done, both the upper-level management productions as well as the employee productions. We've also, to supplement that, we've built a training module which allows dealerships to, A, utilize global curriculums that are set in standard, sort of industry standard curriculums for different positions in each dealership and allow their employees to complete and pass off different activities. And there's the ability to create custom curriculums. So a dealership can define how it wants to train each person in each different position in their dealership, and then the software program will help you manage and deploy these training initiatives throughout your organization and pull in the appropriate videos and the tests that you want your people to take to be able to pass off and move them along in their education based on their job role. Is the content online and the special features in the documentary, is it all the same content? And the answer is absolutely not. The content is all about the same topic, but each production was geared towards a different audience. For example, the feature film was geared towards dealer principals, general managers, and upper-level decision makers who are wondering how the internet can affect and has affected their dealership. So that's why we covered the economic analysis and the 3 pillars to online success. The special features really delve into the niche topics and say, okay, how do I get in and start making, if that's sort of the bird's eye view, how do I start making some of these operational, more micro-level decisions? And when you get into the web content that we have and some of the subscription media that's available via our website, you'll find that that content is geared more towards the employees, those that are executing sort of the e-commerce strategy. So if you're a dealership leading your team and you're trying to get them to more fully embrace the internet opportunity that you are opening the doors for your employees, you want them to understand the direction that you're going, understand why you're going, and to be equally as motivated. It naturally helps to have a third-party source validate the direction that you're going. And so we provide a series of curriculums that are both standard and customizable so that your dealership can portray whatever message you want to your employees. And then, of course, we have our software tool that will help you manage and deploy your training initiatives throughout your entire organization. From a leader's perspective, knowledge produces vision. And so if there's one thing that we'd like to be able to do through our special features and stuff is we'd like to be able to provide the knowledge. While Accelerate isn't necessarily looking to define the e-commerce strategy for every dealer nationwide, I firmly believe it's up to the individual operator of each and every store to decide what is best for their location, for their franchise. There isn't one cookie-cutter approach to any of this. So it's really about gaining all of the knowledge, taking a step back and saying, okay, what's the big picture, and how does this big picture affect me in my world? Let's bring in the pieces that affect and are relevant to us, and now how do I connect my people with these pieces and move them in the right direction?